Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Friday, June the 2nd. The year's 2023. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap-up. NFP Day. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And just a reminder, risk management. Don't lose any more on any one particular trade than you are willing to lose. Brain management. Let's make sure we've got our brains managed, okay? And so, take a quick look at the monthly here. 24 pips above the open. The pound is 81 off the high, 63 off the low. For the week, all gaps have filled. And you can see we're 131 pips above the weekly open, 81 off the high, and 136 off the low. We have a huge opening range for the month. As you can see, we popped out of it, but now we've come back into it. We're only 22 pips above the monthly open. For the year, 372 above the open, 218 off the high, 659 off the low. Now, we penetrated the inside bar on the weekly. That was from 6 weeks ago. We're still above the daily inside bar high from 2 days ago, but we're rapidly approaching it. As you can see, we've got lots of inside bar action here on the dashboard. It's an NFP day, and we only have 2, 4, 6, 7 pairs over 100 pips. What's wrong with that picture? The buy zone traders were definitely rewarded. You can see here, we came across that daily open and just dropped like a rock. Let's see, the green rats, I'm not sure if you're going to get a chance to feast here or not. Prices just seems to be pushing down and pushing down. Red rats, I don't know if there was enough room for you to even take advantage here. Let's see. No, not really. Range really wasn't large enough, but you could have taken that trade. There was other reasons to go short up there, but rat zone trade wasn't one of them. Bambino Flex said near the pivot, or to go long. Pivot Trading Plan said near the pivot, go long. But as you can see, that didn't work out too well today. Walmart and I, we were trading earlier. In fact, we traded NFP, and I went short right before NFP and picked up 25 pips. That, of course, that was lucky. Anytime you win, it's luck. But they were running the price up in that last minute before NFP, and I said, what the heck? I call those moves all the time. So a lot of times it's when I'm doing videos, and I don't trade when I'm doing videos. But today I said, I'll push the video off. It's the, end of the week NFP, but I wanted to get a trade in, so I did. Here we go. We took out the daily pivot. We took out the weekly pivot already, and we've taken out the monthly pivot. So for this month, we're just pretty much going to be playing weekly and daily pivots as those trades emerge. Out of that upper wick zone from yesterday, and we're short in the 25 line, and as you can see, the 25 cycle line, which was inside that upper wick zone, and it just paid off. On the weekly, 218 range in the 75 percentile, so looks like things woke up a bit. We broke out of the previous high by 72. We did not break out of the previous low, so we've got a higher bar, higher high, higher low on the weekly. High minus close 86 at the moment, close minus low 131 for the rats. And for the buy zone traders, high minus open 213, open minus low only 5. So if you got caught short and you turned it around, you more than made it up. looking at the simple price action chart here, you can see here on the hourly, once again at the psycho lines, it was just money to be made. And even if you switch over to the M30, you can still play the previous H1 highs and lows, or you can trade the M30 highs, lows, whichever you prefer. But you can see here those breakouts. It was just a move. You can see we had an inside bar here and an outside bar right there. And on the higher low, lower high, as you can see here, it's a drop, then a retrace, but then it drops. A slight retrace, then it drops. It's just been walking price right on down. It walked it down from 25 to the 00 to the 75. Now it looks like it wants to go find the 50. So far, we have not added to the year-to-date accumulated range. I'm really tempted to put buttons on this indicator instead of having to do this each time. Here, 143 for the month so far of range. Last month was 372, so we've got some range to go here in June. Year-to-date accumulated. If we look at the show what the ATR is for the month of June, 605 is what the ATR would be. So we definitely have more pips to move. But if you take a look at what the percentage has been, the actual range divided by the ATR, we've had April was under 50, so right now we're at 24. So hopefully we can push that range up. And if we take a look, close minus year-to-date open as a percentage, so 3.7% on the year, the pound is up. Put that back where it was. And frequency distribution on the H4, high minus previous high. And actually we could probably take a quick look here. We could do previous low minus low. And that was if the bar is green. Previous low minus low. And if the bar is red. So you can see we had a previous bar was red, even though it's black on this screen. So previous low minus low. So difference greater than 10, 43%, over 43% of the time. So if you're looking to pick up, say, 4 or 5 pips, you see you've got better than a coin toss chance of making it. And that's what we look for sometimes. Now that's interesting. I've got, this was the high, open, open, low. So you can see here, from the open to the low, it's 56 pips. Nice move. So it went up, then it came back down. So taking that H1, basically H4 crossover there, that would have paid off nicely. And it says buyer strong control, not for long. on the weekly, right, because it's the end of the week. So I'm not sure I see anything lower, high, higher, low, inside bar. I don't really see anything earth-shattering on that one. So NFP, let's see. Whoops. I believe, let's see, was this the NFP? Yeah, this was the NFP right here. So you can see it pushed it down, came back up, and then came back and covered that. And when it came up here, I was telling Walmart, I said, you know, there's some more buyers down there. And obviously, there was something happening. But if you take a look left here, you see where it put in this low. You look to the left, you see that big white bar here? What do we call that? We call those return bars. And what happened? Price returned to that open. So, and I had actually thought price was going to come right about here in this level. I think it was the 88 level, because on the other broker, that's where the where this moved. So it was within 5 pips. Somewhere in this area, I thought it was going to at least get down to 24.88, which it did, and then some. So, you know, when you're reading these charts, sometimes they leave clues where to target. And, you know, that's a pretty big clue. Of course, you know, you can also look at, where is it? You can even shift here, look at these H4 pivots. See, that one was open. This one was open and it covered it. So right there, you just look at it and say, you know what, I bet it covers that pivot. Because you can see right here, there was an open pivot and it covered it. And then again, then there was an open pivot. Well, that was the pivot. It came up, took out the pivot, and then some, and came back down and took out this pivot. So pivots seem to work on H4 too, from a statistic standpoint, because you can see there's not many H4 missed pivots. There's some, but not that many. So you can see here we had some in March, couple in May, and see 0601, which would be right here. So that one is now filled though. But that's interesting. Oh no, it's calling this one's the missed pivot here. This one hasn't been filled. So fellow traders, that's pretty much it for the week. I hope you had a profitable week. I'm going to wish you a fun and safe weekend. Let's see. I'll probably be getting the next batch of the TRO donational 2023 donational indicators out to you sometime. I've got been working with a new trade indicator. Basically, it's a combination of some things, and I call it trade direction, and it mainly use it so I don't trade against what I should be trading with. Because sometimes I'll forget something, lots of different things to look at. One of the things I've been really making sure is not to enter one way when I should be looking for a reversal or exit. You know, the buzzard reversals. You know, if you don't get in on candle 1 or candle 2, that candle 3, now a lot of times it doesn't work. And the other thing is that one balls bounce, meaning if you see a one ball, it's going to reverse, but two balls seem to break through. So just something to keep in mind. And the other thing to keep in mind is Remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks.